got some incorrect information here, and the question's really about like how could the information, like how could it be that it is correct? So if the percentage is, so at the moment, you can't have 40% as 80 and 60% as 126. It just doesn't work. What would we need it to be for the yes people for it to work? You can basically ignore this part of the question from then on. Like just don't stress about that. Just try and work out if 80 people is 40%, then what is 60%? And a really good shout is to divide through by either 4 or 2 to get either 20% or 10%, because then we can multiply accordingly to get 60%. So I don't know, I'm gonna go a slightly longer route, like try and use the building blocks, and I'm gonna go with 10%. So if you divide 40% by 4, then you'll get 10%. And that will be how much? That will be 20 people. So if I then want 60%, I'm going to have to times that by 6. And so I'm going to have to also times the 20 by 6, and the answer is going to be 120 people. The longer way of doing this, which works okay because it's a calculator question, is you could work out what 1% was. You could do the 80 is 40%, and you could divide through by 40, in fact, and get that 1%. You could do 80 divided by 40 as well. 2 people is 1%. And then to get to get 60%, you would have to times through by 60, which would again, you could do all this with the calculator if you wanted to. So yeah, we get it that way as well. Like it's actually called the unitary method, finding out what 1% is. It works really well with the calculator in particular. And also, it's just like, you can do the same thing every time. You can always get your 1%. Whereas here, I chose to get 10%. I could have done 20%. If you like a solid fixed method, then that one is really good. For the right next one, so it's very similar actually. It's just it's slightly more awkward because I got 126 people as 60%. So I'm going to again do it because actually 6 does go into 126. So I'm going to find 10%, and I'm going to do this by dividing through by 6. So if I do that over here, I'm going to get I get 21 in fact. You can check this on your calculator. You can do 126 divided by 6 if you want to. I kind of did short division, but we get 21. That's 10%. I want 40%, so I'm going to need to then times it by 4. So I times this one by 4, and that's going to give me 84 people. Again, let's just do it the unitary way. So I've got 126 people. That's 60%. Let's work out what 1% would be. I can do 126 divided by 60. That's going to give me 2.1. This time it's like 2.1 of a person. I want 40%, so I'd then times through by 40, and you would again get 84. You do this on a calculator. So those anyway are the answers.